Hello, my name is Hersh,
And I'm Felicia.
and this is the HERshyt show. A little bit about it, and you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you'll probably cuss at me, but that's all right. I just want to bring to you the realization of what's really going on in this world that a lot of people are afraid to speak on. Enjoy.
It's all you, girl.
So, welcome to this week's The HERshyt Show with Hersh and Felicia. She's back. The team is back together finally after a year.
Whew! It's been a rough few months.
It has been a rough few months. But we are not going to go into there about our personal. What we are going to go into, let's talk about Florida, man.
Okay.
Florida. Florida. I know before I even left, everybody knows about the Florida man, right? And when people do dumb shit in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But the governor himself, like these laws that he's passing.
No, what's the governor's name?
DeSantis.
Yes, okay.
Governor DeSantis. Isn't he running for president?
Yeah, I think 2024. Isn't that right?
Baby Jesus, fix it.
No comment.
No, I'm commenting. So we don't.
She's going to comment for us all.
So just after watching, like, there were some TikToks that came out, and it was empty construction sites. Like, this was a few months back. It was empty construction sites.
Like housing or
a whole bunch of apartments, buildings, road construction.
Okay, so it's just empty.
Empty. And somebody was recording it, and they were talking about, because DeSantis decided to come out with this new law about, hold on, I wrote it down so y'all can't be mad at me. I think I wrote it down.
I wish it in that booklet somewhere.
Oh, I did write it down. Florida, 25 or more employees must use E-Verify. The law is SB 1718 immigration. So it's law CS/CS/SB and then 1718-immigration. It's an E-Verify system to make sure that people are legal.
So, as we know, most are 25 or more. That's be a group of people. So they're trying to say, like,
you have to, so the employers have to do this E-verification to show who they have working for them. So, of course,
so there was no paying under the table. There was no...
Oh, 9 times out of 10, there was some paying under the table.
I know that. But, I mean, like, this is to stop that or what?
It's because Ron DeSantis, yes, I'm calling him by name. Usually we don't do no names, but this guy needs to be ousted, right? And there's no defamation lawsuit coming because everything we're saying you can actually Google and look it up.
Yeah.
But he's being a total dick. You already know he was the one with the ban in the books. Was it Texas and Virginia? Yeah, what states was it? Mario, it was Texas. We know Texas done banned books and went against immigration.
And Florida, like right now, those are 3 states that are just out front, just trying to change the
Texas, Virginia, and Florida.
Yep.
That is stupid. So I did a little bit more digging, right?
Of course. This is our digger around here. She would dig and dig until she finds what she needs to dig for.
So the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can do what they call, there's many different things that you can do or fill out, right? In order to have somebody. This country was built, first of all, the land itself was stolen, period, point blank, right?
It was.
So a country that was built on immigration is pushing immigration laws, right? Mm-hmm. Like no tomorrow. But the worst one, and I found out, was most restrictive act was the Immigration Act of 1924. The Immigration Act of 1924 is pretty much when they started doing the numbers. if you were from a certain country, only so many people could come from that country, right? It's utterly stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. And then the DACA, that's back in the courtrooms.
What?
The DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, the DACA program that Obama had started.
Okay.
I believe it was Obama that had started the Dreamers Act is what it's called.
Okay.
Where children that were born in the United States, but their parents aren't naturalized or aren't legal, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
By law, they're not legal. Then they were able to still apply for schools and jobs and this and that and the third because they were born here. They're
Okay.
citizens of the United States, right? And there's more in depth, so don't shoot me, don't shoot the messenger. But now it's back in court, where now
They're trying to change something again?
They're trying to get away from the Dreamers Act, the DACA. They're trying to get away from it or say that it's unconstitutional.
So the children won't have the rights.
They're trying to do some crazy stuff. It's stupid.
Some crazy times, man.
And then the 1965 Act abolished the quotas, the xenophobia. So the 1924 was more of a xenophobia. We can only have so many Irish coming, so many Scots coming, so many, XYZ, anybody that was trying to come over. This was 1924 time frame, right? So we already know there was a lot going on during that time frame. But then they was like, oh, well, nobody else can come. Then you had the Declaration of Independence signed in 1776, 4th of July, right? Anybody that celebrates 4th of July understands what that means. But I went on ahead and looked up quite a few laws.
She got a couple little pamphlet over there.
1865 to 1968, the abolition of slavery, legal protections, birthright citizenship, and ending segregation, right? That's between 1865 and 1968. So the Emancipation Proclamation, we already know. Well, hopefully y'all know. If not, you can't ban me. I'm not a book, just a person. You can just click off the video. But in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation, but we already know it took more than 2 years for everybody to get the understanding that now everybody is free, right? That's why you celebrate Juneteenth, because Texas was the last state to actually be in. They knew, but they didn't want to tell nobody. So it took the military to come down and tell them, hey, or the federal troops to come down and tell them, like, hey, man, what are y'all doing? And then the 13th Amendment, 1865. Civil Rights Act, 1866. 14th Amendment, 1868. 15th Amendment, 1870. That was the voting rights. But
So
not
in
everybody
1800s,
could.
no, that's the 1700s. When did they start wearing them white wigs and shit? Was that?
They came over wearing the white
I'm
wigs
just saying,
and
you
shit.
know what
That
I mean?
was-
Like, was that the 1700s?
That's the English shit.
Yeah.
That's English. That's England.
Wearing makeup. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man?
with the little
Their little rosy
cheeks.
cheeks and damn white hair, and we're like,
That. Oh, okay. I think that was my washing machine.
I'm parked behind your son. Just to let you know that. I got a little scared.
And my washing machine is obviously
Look, my
off
heart, man. I
track.
gotta be careful with my heart these days. Woo!
But then you also had, so the 15th Amendment was 1870. That was, everybody already knows. That was, well, I keep saying everybody already knows, but there's some stupid, slow, little touch people out there that really
nobody
don't know. Right?
Mm-mm.
So you need to look this stuff up. So the Civil Rights Act of 1871, that was actually the Ku Klux Klan Act in 1871. Then you had the Reconstruction
That white
era.
robe shit again.
Yeah, little cotton sheets and little boo. Boo. I don't know how the hell. Listen. Then
Let's get a pillowcase and cut holes in it.
But it actually started off as a joke, like a prank. Like, let me do this, and then it caught on. If you look up the history of the idiots, them people, then yeah, it actually started off as a joke, and then it caught on to this. Oh well, we could really do that and go scare people, right? No, That's not cool. That wasn't cool. It still ain't cool to this day. Then you had another Civil Rights Act in 1964. Hopefully everybody knows that time frame. Then you had the Voting Rights Act of 1965, another Voting Rights Act. Then you had the Civil Rights Act of 1968, and that was the fair housing, where people can move where they wanted to, and it's not just whites only, and this and that and the third,
Okay.
right? So there was all around segregation.
1968.
It is ridiculous. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. You had the Immigration Reform and Control Act in 1986.
Damn.
It just keeps going on and on and on. So my question to you would be, how a country that is built on the backs of individuals that either came here because they wanted to or came here by force, how are you then going to turn around and try to ban, block, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Because a lot of illegal personnel, that I'm not going to call them aliens, even though that's the terminology. If you're not here legally, a lot of those individuals actually still pay taxes. They can't get Social Security like we can. They can't get tax returns like we can. They can't do a lot of things. But a lot of these individuals actually do pay taxes.
They're doing what, paying taxes
annually.
Yeah.
Annually. So there's an Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigration Responsibility Act of 1996. That was only built for criminals, and like if you get locked up, you do something horrendous or whatever, you get deported, right? That was in 1996 time frame. You can actually call 1-800-255-7688. That is Department of Justice. So if any migrant worker feels discriminated against, like there's even a law, I forget which one it was, but equal opportunity. You can do citizens discrimination and workplace laws. This is information that I just Googled. You can go on EEOC.gov, the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It's not just for citizens. It's not like your boss cannot tell you, I can't hire you or I can't keep you because because of your status. You haven't been naturalized or whatever, right? There's actually laws that protect migrant workers. So federal laws. This isn't state. Fuck what Florida state or Texas state puts in place. There's federal laws that protect workers. So in order for you, Mr. DeSantis or whoever, Abbott or whoever is doing these stupid ass laws, you might want to look into the federal legality side. Because you can't, well, you can, but this is my thing. Right? There's so many idiots. So they're taking our jobs.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? You've heard some shit like that before? I know I've heard it plenty of times.
I still hear it, yeah.
And then when your boy was in office, he would make more and more and more xenophobia kind of comments and this and that and the third. And well, if they're coming in, then they're gonna do this and that and the third. They're gonna rape your kids. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. My God, you need to be more worried about your own legal lying ass actions, right?
Just saying.
You and your family ain't the the best of the best breeds out there. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. What do you think? Because what made me giggle was all these idiots, and it's a very small percentage that are still on that, where they're just going to come in and take our jobs and not pay taxes and right? But these same people won't go out there to that construction work site. These same people that are complaining or fussing fail to remember that your family came over either chosenly or not.
That's what amazes me.
This entire country was built on immigration, either by force or by opportunity.
Yep.
And the only reason that even a lot of non-minority, a lot of pale frails, our family, so to speak, did not get placed into the same situations was because we looked like the same people or resembled the same people that had the money. So they felt kind of bad for us poor folks, poor white folks at that. And it was like, you know what? We're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to put these laws against anybody that's not. Sweetheart, again, it goes back to check your genealogy. Check your genealogy. Because there's check your pride. Check your ego. Check everything about you. Because these kind of laws and bullshit, just Google them, man. And yes, there's a lot of folks coming up to the southern border trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the full ins and outs of what's going on at that border. But we do know that a lot of people are trying to come in because they want a better way for
The
their
opportunity,
children.
yeah.
But you're even wanting to volunteer to come in and do, you're doing a caravan or a march all the way up to a country that really don't give a fuck about the people that's already here.
Yep.
So that says a lot. That means where you want to come from is definitely worse. It's got to be worse. You know what I'm saying? And we've been all around the world. Well, I've traveled a lot.
I've been all around. Well, but
you've traveled. You've seen different things. In order for you to want to really come here from somewhere else, there's got to be a fucked up place that you want to come from. And once you get here, the laws and the breathing down your neck and the ignorance of certain governors.
And they don't complain about working either.
Don't complain at all. Don't complain at all.
Nope.
It just goes to show that a lot of Americans are fucking entitled.
Very entitled.
Very. Extremely. A lot of jobs are beneath certain people.
Oh yeah.
Especially this time frame, this era right now.
I noticed that, like, even with the young folks.
Even our generation.
I know, even us and like younger folks are like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I'm not doing that. I'm not cleaning up that. I'm not going to building houses and apartments. I just want to move in and be able to live there. Like, a lot of y'all will be fucked up.
You find out one sooner or later.
If you had to build it, what if I just came and dropped the materials in front of you? What would you do? You would build.
I know. I'm like, well, I know what I would do. I'm like, here I go with my saw. Here my.
You'd be cussing the whole time.
Then I couldn't figure something out, and I'd YouTube it, Google it, and study it for about. I got it. Then I go on out.
It was like me yesterday trying to do my son's painting his living room. And I ordered one of them little floaty things.
What's that?
Where you can, it looks like it's a floating shelf.
Oh, shelf, okay.
It took me, I'll bullshit you not, 30 minutes to try to figure out. Because it kept saying on one, to tighten up with the Allen wrench, tighten up the screw to make it stay. And I was like, well, how the fuck is it going to stay? I sat there the whole time not realizing there was a little bitty square metal piece that you had to stick on the backside of it and start the Allen wrench and slide it down and then tighten it up.
Well, you did figure it out, though. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It took me 30 minutes.
That's okay.
I felt a little
You feel a little special.
Because I was like, there's got to be a piece missing.
You should have seen me. I felt special many times building an apartment. I'm like, how does that work? I'm like, I don't get it. And I get done, I get all frustrated. I'm like, I can just throw it down. And I'm like,
Google it. Yeah.
Google it. About an hour later, I'm like, I got it. It might take me a couple hours, but I'll get it. I'll get it eventually.
But can you imagine how many billions of dollars these rich jokers them put into a project? And because of what Governor DeSantis stated or mandates, everybody said, fuck it, we just ain't going to work. Even if they weren't illegal, they was like, listen, bro. So it's power in numbers.
Oh, power, big time.
They didn't show up for work. So, these billionaires and millionaires and thousandaires that done put this money into these projects, now it's not getting done. I don't know if it actually went back.
So that goes back to where all they're just just sitting there.
It's like a strike. Like they literally just didn't show up for work. Nobody showed up for work. That made me cackle.
I mean, you kind of.
Did you see where there was like the farms, even where they pick fruit and orange, like all the they just stopped working. So
Really? Even like the farmers?
Yeah, the farmers couldn't get their fields harvested.
Hotels, like, you know, Universal Studios, all the construction sites that was going on, like big tall buildings, farmers, like nobody showed up for work.
Don't be
It was
messing
like
with our farmers, man. I'm like, don't be messing with our farmers, man. No.
That's the crazy part, because a lot of jokers aren't illegal that work at these locations.
But they stand with their brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's in numbers. Power is in numbers.
They'll shut America down if all them really just say, you know what, you don't want us, we're going to sit down for 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't even worry about it, partner. I got it. Don't even worry about it. But that's the sickening part is the assumptions or the finger pointing. You do this, you do that, you do this. Like you're grouping individuals in a certain basket. Not everybody is as ignorant or as blatantly disrespectful or racist or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not everybody fits into one basket.
Absolutely not.
But Ron DeSantis and Governor Abbott, or whatever the fuck Texas's name is, and who's the joker in Virginia?
Oh, it's a group. It's that governor. It's the whole political thing up there. It's crazy.
Like, y'all sit in a basket though. Like those types of individuals sit in a basket.
I'm getting out the basket.
It needs to be tossed into a river and pushed down and floated away.
Sticking our head up the basket. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm gonna climb out that basket.
Exactly. Like that is just utterly stupid. Between banning books, going against the LGBTQ, going against,
that's a big thing. I'm a minority, being in the that and several other factors. So it's like, people think it's still don't happen. I'm like, oh, absolutely.
But the crazy part is there's federal laws that contradicts itself. So you have federal laws that protect any type of worker, but then you have that very small print at the bottom is like, but not you though. You can't pick and choose. If there's a federal, so if you go and literally Google immigration laws or migrant workers protection, or
I'll tell you, I have friends that are, like Spanish, and they're and I don't ask if they're legal or not. It's none of my business. But I'm gonna tell you something. Those are some of the best people I know.
That's what. But man, listen.
And it's just like, and I hate it. It's like, I hate that they have to even go through that crap.
Listen,
I hate it.
Latin folks, Latinos.
I got tons of friends that are like, I'm like, and I love them. I think they're great.
Like, people are people. People are people.
I don't give a shit what color you are. I don't
exactly.
Care what nationality. It don't make no difference to me. I go by your energy and who you are.
But this is my thing. If you look at somebody somebody cracked me up when they was like, I think I need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. And I looked at them like, do you not realize that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, you dumb fuck? Right? Like,
we want to have a history lesson right here.
We need to give a whole geographical. Well, this is the United States.
Look, here's Puerto Rico. Right here. It's a part of this one.
Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, you idiots. But you also have
Rico.
America Samoa.
They do the fried plantains, don't they?
Fried plantains?
Yeah. Isn't it Puerto Rico? I think so.
Jamaica does fried plantains.
I think Puerto Rico. I know I had a neighbor that was Puerto Rican, and she made
empanadas and.
She made a lot of fried plantains.
I don't eat.
I just want to throw that out there because they're good.
I don't eat fried plantains.
They good. They really are good. Just throwing that out there.
I know a lot of Jamaicans that eat fried plantains.
It's good stuff, man.
No.
No, you wouldn't eat it.
I don't like them.
Really?
I don't like the mushy.
Oh, okay. So you don't like bananas either.
I like bananas, but I don't like it to be crunchy on the outside and mushy on the inside. right?
All right, I got you. Okay, off topic. We're back on topic now. I just had to talk about the plantain because that's good stuff. I've been on a food kick here lately. It's like food, since low sodium diet. I'm like, I can eat that.
A lot of islands do fried plantains. I'm not sure if it's good. Try it. She's telling y'all to go get some fried plantains
I'm trying to try
today.
it. It's good stuff. Just texture is yours. It's good.
I can't do it. But no, definitely go look up go look up the contradiction. Look at your state.
It's like every law contradicts itself.
It does.
It's just every one of them contradicts itself.
But federal trumps state. State trumps local. You see what I'm saying? So there's a tier level. But how many, and not only just standing by your brothers and sisters and just walking off. Like, even if I was to work on one of them construction sites and I heard about that BS that was going on or the laws that were changing, then yeah, I would have walked off too. I wouldn't have came to work either, right? So it's solidarity, right? It's power in numbers. But you have to also look at it at a legal aspect. If there's a federal law that protects, because there's so many loopholes. But
loopholes, that's what it is.
You could get the federal level or do a civil lawsuit against the state. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people are either afraid to do it or don't know how to do it.
I think a lot of them don't know how. They don't know it's there. They don't know the federal laws are there.
Well, I'm telling you, there's federal laws
there
in place. You can also call, what's the number? Again, the DOJ, the Department of Justice, 1-800-255-7688.
Let's say that together.
1-800-255-7688. That is the Department of Justice.
Well, you know how to put that in there.
And it's dol.gov/general/migrant worker/discrimination. Go look at it.
This shit's still going on. It's just, God.
You also have, it says, prohibit employees from hiring only U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents. 1-800-255-7688 for the applicants. Or Department of Labor is 1-800-669-4000. So call them. Call them. I don't give a damn what your status is. Call them. Call them. Snitch. Snitch. Snitch, damn it. Because it's not right.
It really isn't.
Right. And the best way to get people is hit them in their pockets.
Yep, that's true.
Hit them in them pockets. So when everybody decided not to show up for work that day, that hit some very powerful people in their pockets. And I'm guaranteeing you behind the scenes, because it came in and then it wasn't news anymore. Like a few days later. But if you go on TikTok or Instagram and look at the reels and the stories and stuff, you'll see like it was a pure fucking ghost town. But then DeSantis decided, I'm going to run for president. So a lot of stuff started getting more covered. I guess they're scrambling to try to. But that man don't care. He don't care that, he's a proud xenophobic individual.
Yep.
He's a proud race. Even if you want to, he's biased.
Oh, God, yeah.
Biased. He's prejudiced. He's banning books. He's banning. And he's not the only state. Texas needs to get it together, too.
Hitler, right?
Hitler did ban books.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler did ban books.
I'm just... Mm-hmm.
But Hitler also wanted blonde hair and blue-eyed individuals to take over the world. And he had black hair.
I know, I'm like... Well, Andy would be okay.
Make sense.
Me, I'd be like... I'd be cut off. They done doomed me. That bitch, you got brown eyes. Fake blonde hair.
I don't have blue eyes. I don't even have blonde hair.
I don't. This is my natural color. I'm getting back on track, though.
The thing about it is, though, you're going to continuously repeat history.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
If you stop teaching history. We have to get uncomfortable to understand our way forward.
The banning book thing, I go straight back to Hitler.
It does.
I'm like...
Peace be the fruit. Yes. What is that, Handmaid's Tale? Or hand wipe?
Yeah, they took that off, didn't they?
No, it's back on.
Okay.
There's like 5 or 6 seasons of that.
Okay.
Blessed be the fruit. That's the way that we're moving in right now anyway. So yeah, understand your laws.
Make it
Make
sense.
Stop banning books. Stop making stupid ass laws. And individuals that are working in these locations, these states that are doing ignorance, keep hitting them where the pockets is at, man. Don't show up, but only do what your pockets, freedom, and sanity can handle. And you got to stop making the assumptions that people are illegal just because they're Latino.
Yes.
Or because they're Indian, or because they're from anywhere besides here, right? And there's newsflash. There's a lot of Indians and Latinos that are born right here in America. If you didn't know. Just saying. Stop making assumptions, man. Learn your laws. Use the federal, because federal trumps state. And stop being fucking stupid. You got anything to say?
You done threw it all out there for me.
As always, go to arobinsons.tv. Lord Jesus, I forgot.
It's been a while.
TV. Also go
Don't even ask me. It's been a while.
twofeathersage.com, or go on her Etsy websites, which is Vintage79 at Etsy and Two Feather Sage at Etsy. And as always, you can reach us up on any platform.
Absolutely.
But until next time, this is the HERshyt Show.
Be sure to log on to youtube.com and subscribe to the HERshyt Show at TheRShytShow.